So it is near the end of September, so I'm getting out on a backpacking loop. This isn't a backpacking loop that I created per se, as I feel a lot of other people have probably done it in the past. But it is one that I pieced together back in 2019, and I've dubbed it the Taconic Crest loop. This loop is very similar to the Pemi loop up in New Hampshire's White Mountains. Similar mileage at around 33 miles total. Similar elevation at 10,000 feet of total elevation gain. And you also climb the same number of named peaks, which totals at 12. The loop circumnavigates the Taconic Mountains of southern New England and New York, and utilizes parts of the South Taconic Trail and Appalachian Trail, along with some side trails. And I'm starting out here at Catamount Ski Area, so that sound that you hear in the background is one of the zip lines that's running down the ski mountain right now. They were gracious enough to allow me to park here. So I'm starting here. This is a great spot to start and finish the loop. I'm going to start with climbing Mount Frey over here at Catamount Ski Area. So let's get moving. Making my way up the ski mountain. This is the start of the loop. It might not look like much, but you get a little over 1,000 feet of elevation in just under the first mile. So here's the first overlook from Mount Frey. Nice little view. Out in the distance there are the Catskill Mountains in New York. And then here's an overlook of where I'm headed today. That is Sunset Rock there in the middle. And then to the left of that is Bashbish Mountain, and then behind that is Allender Mountain. Got quite a ways to go, but feeling good. The weather's beautiful. The color is starting to pop just slightly. It's gonna be a great couple of days out here. First creek I'm coming across is dried out. I was out on the Pemi Loop coincidentally a couple of weeks ago, and due to the severe drought, I was able to cross the Pemigewasset River without getting wet. It's the lowest and driest I've ever seen it. And that's all thanks to not receiving any rain for about 2 months straight in the Northeast. Got a little bit recently, about 3 to 4 inches all in one day, but it did not help with the drought at all. So I'm going to manage my water the best I can today and tomorrow. Top of the next peak, Prospect Hill, and a better view of the Catskill Mountains. This usually has a good flow to it, and it is pretty stagnant right now. So I'm gonna keep moving on. That's a bummer. This is usually flowing pretty good too. Dry as a bone. So I took that alternate back there in hopes of finding water, and sure enough. So I'm gonna get down there and fill up. This is the beautiful wooded summit of Bashbish Mountain. Here's a view of where I'll be headed tomorrow. So I'll be heading that way to Race Mountain and Mount Everett, and then down Jug End. And you could see Mount Greylock in the distance over there. There's the summit of Allender. I'm gonna stop here for water. There's the Catskills again. Well, I was kind of banking on this to be running, and it is completely dried out. So I tweaked my foot a little back there, going down Allender Mountain with a whole bunch of loose scree. I was not planning on that, and now I don't have another water source. I still have some water left, but between not having a water source now for quite a while and what happened with my foot, I think I might skip on Brace Mountain, which is a little off the loop. We'll see how it goes. And there's Brace over there. But I don't want to be caught in this, and I still have a couple more peaks to climb, and I want to get dinner going too, so I'm gonna skip Brace for this loop. I'll show you what it looks like though in a clip right now. So that was Brace, taken from another time that I did this loop. It's a nice peak, but since I've seen it before, with the time of day that it is right now, with my water, or lack of water that I have, and with how my foot is feeling, I still have 2 more peaks to go before I can make my way down to camp, so I'm gonna focus on that. Here's the tri-state marker for New York, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. Here is Connecticut's high point, or highest point. Final peak for today. Top of Round Mountain. This one has some good White Mountains-esque lunges too. All right, down into the ravine we go. Here's my dinner tonight. Bowl and kettle street corn grits. I had a crawfish etouffee up in New Hampshire's White Mountains, and it was delicious. So looking forward to trying this one. And I have my camp all set tonight. This looks so good. Corn, fresh tomatoes, mushrooms. Good morning. Had a great night out here last night with the Meadowphysics Abode. Used my Gossamer gear Thinlight pad again. Zpacks quilt. Going to get packed up and start moving along to complete the loop today. Have about 13 miles today. Yesterday I actually ended up doing about 20 miles total and 5,000 feet of elevation gain. So I was beat at the end of the day. But it's a new day and I'm gonna have a great time out here. Got some really cool highlights coming up. Back in Massachusetts. Now the fun part starts. Here's the summit of Race. That's the next peak over there, Mount Everett. So heading up Everett now. This is another decent climb heading up. Looking at about 700 to 800 feet of elevation in around 3/4 of a mile. Here's the top of Everett and where the fire tower used to be. Burned down back in 2002, just a few years before my AT thru hike. It's been great getting out here again. Felt really good getting out with the very first pack that I made once more. Now approaching about 400 trail miles with this pack. And if you're interested in everything that I used on this trip, I'll leave a gear list in the video description below, so check that out whenever you'd like. And it was really cool to cross paths with Linus and Joe and Brian, who were out on their own adventure with Bear Mountain and some of the Appalachian Trail in Connecticut. Had some great campsite chat before bed, and that definitely helped boost my morale a little bit too. Water is so much more reliable today. It's really been making a huge difference compared to yesterday. Got a couple more peaks and then a little bit of a road walk back to the car. Another one checked off the list. This is Mount Bushnell South. Got 2 more to go. Number 1, Mount Bushnell. Down we go. Final peak for the trip, Jug End. all for joining me. If you have any questions on this loop, please feel free to contact me in a comment below, or you can contact me at any time at reachyoursummit.net. If you have any questions about the gear that I used as well, please feel free to leave that in a comment below too. If you like this video, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And until the next one, see you on the trail.